Hi everyone, this is just a very quick video to explain how to use the bus stop method for division, both with single digit numbers such as 3, and then we'll look at a trickier example, a number with more than one digit here, such as 15. So starting with the single digit, the way we use the bus stop method is to draw our box. This is our bus stop. We put the first number, the number which is being divided, inside the box, and then the number we are dividing into it goes here on the outside. And the way that this method works is essentially we're going to, rather than dividing 3 into 72, which is a very large number, dividing it into each of these numbers individually. Okay, and it's always the number on the outside, in this case 3, trying to get into these, not the other way around. Okay, a learner who I work with likes to think of this as a house, and the 3 is outside in the cold, trying to get in, and that helps her remember which way around it goes. But we start from the left, in this case 7. Okay, so rather than 3 into 72, we just say how many 3s go into 7. Of course, there may be some left over. You can do this however you want. There is nothing wrong with counting on your fingers or writing out the times table. So if we say 3, 6, 9, once we get to 9 we realize that's too big, we've gone past 7, so 3, 6 only fits in 2 times, so we put a big number 2 there on the top, and then anything left over gets carried across. So if 3 goes into 7 twice, 3, 6, because it is 7 there's still 1 left over. 6 goes into 7, there's 1 left over, so we put a little number 1 here next to the 2, which means that we now treat this 2 not as a 2 anymore, but it's now 12. 1 and 2, that's 12. So now we turn to the next number. We say how many 3s go into 12? 3, 6, 9, 12. There we go. It fits completely, nothing left over because that's a perfect 12. 3, 6, 9, 12. That is 4. So we put a 4 here, meaning our answer is 24. So the great thing about this method is you only do small divisions, one at a time, and then you see what you have left over, and what you have sat on the top will be your answer. Okay, if you need to, pause the video, go back, replay that, try it yourself, try some different examples. We're now going to look at the trickier one here, and essentially we're going to do an extra step. So we have 645 divided by 15. Now technically speaking, there's nothing wrong with us putting our big number here, putting our box around it, 15, and then saying how many 15s go into each of these numbers. But it's harder for a few reasons. First of all, 15 will never go into 6, so then you always have to go with the second one. How many 15s go into 64 gets a little bit trickier. Certainly people are more familiar with 1-digit times tables than 2-digit times tables. So what we do instead is we're going to make these numbers a bit smaller. Okay, and in particular we want to make the 15 smaller, but the rule is that whatever we do to the 15 we need to do to the other number as well. Okay, so we're going to divide 15. Okay, now there's a few different numbers we could divide 15 by. We could divide it by 3, we could divide it by 5. We need to pick one that goes into the other as well. Okay, now as it happens, As it happens, 3 and 5 goes into, they both go into 645. You may not spot at first glance that it is a multiple of 3, but you probably will see that it's a multiple of 5 because, of course, it has a 5 at the end. So let's go with 5. Okay, 15 divided by 5, 645 divided by 5. Okay, 15 divided by 5 is probably the easy one. That is 3, 5, 10, 15. How many 5s go into 645? You might not be sure. Well, in that case, let's just do some bus stop method. 645, divide by 5, 5 goes here, 5, 1, 1 left over, 14, 5, 10, so it goes twice, 4 left over because it was 14 and that was 10. 45, how many 5s go into 45? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, that is 9, so 129. Now, just be careful here, our whole answer is not 129. If you had the question, 645 divided by 15 on an exam, you would not give 129 as your answer. 129 is what we're going to do here. Because remember, what we did is our 15 was too big, so we've divided both of these numbers by 5. We divided 15 by 5 and we got 3. We divided 645 divided by 5, we got 129. Okay. However, what we've now created for ourselves is a question that we can solve with the bus stop method, no problem at all. So instead of 645, we put 129, and instead of 15, we put 3, and now we solve as normal. 3 does not go into 1. Remember, it's always the number on the outside trying to get in, not 1's into 3. 3's into 1, doesn't go. So we'll call the 12, the 2 a 12. How many 3's going to 12? That is 4. Nothing left over. How many 3's going to 9? It is 3. Okay. So the answer of the whole question, 645 divided by 15, was 43. We essentially simplified the question to make it more straightforward. Thank you very much.